Hello and welcome or welcome back. My name is Annika and this is Luminix and this is Apollo. And we are here to share daily messages that are for the highest and the greatest good of all. I am here to be a clear and an open channel for spirit, for source, for divine love, unconditional love to channel through. Yeah, just to share whatever it is that we may need and to follow the threads of golden light to help us collectively, individually on our soul's path, our soul's journey to bring forth what we need and to release what we don't, to open up greater space for our bodies to hold and to receive the divine love and the Holy Spirit that we are underneath all of it. I feel called to, we'll start with these cards here. This is Elements of Source by Kenna Ross. These are really potent, powerful cards. Some people call them the freaky deck. What do we need to know? What are we here to discover? I welcome our guides and angels into this space with us to keep this space clear and protected and only allow energies in that are of love and light, divine love and light. And yeah, okay, we got the nurture card. Plant the seeds to sow tomorrow. What in your life needs nurturing? What in your life, where in your home do you need warmth? I see the red inside the home in the back. Yes, there are the seeds being grown, but warmth internally. To recognize the life force, the green flowing life force within all beings, the plant as well as the being, the human being. What do you need to nurture? What do you need to nurture in your life? Your heart? Where have you felt cut off or confined or restricted? And then we got the Oblivion card. Nothingness is erasure and creation. And you see this keyhole on his back. And in previous videos, I've said how you are the key to any door, to any locked space. You are the key. And so when there is nothing, when there's no obligation, when your heart is nurtured and cared for, there is this safety in just being able to jump out into nothingness. Obviously with awareness, but there's no expectation. There's no ideas of what should or should not be. There simply is. To follow your core desires and notice where you may experience absence. Yeah, where in your life are there things that are missing? I think in the keyhole of his back, you know, if that was on the front of his being or this creature's being, it would be right at their heart space. So it's like jumping off this cliff, but if there's an absence, it's in the heart. But I was also thinking jumping off the cliff. I feel like this green light, this nurturing green light, or the warmth from the house inside could be what fills this heart space and unlocks the key within that heart. Or this is the keyhole. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna keep going with this. This is kind of fun. What else do we need to know? What is our current energy? Collective, those tuning in, all of you here, as well as my own, because we're riding that same wave. So current energy. I'm drawn to the Oblivion card. It is totally just jumping off and using the heart as the guide. I feel like it truly is like if this creature tunes into the heart, then that jump off the cliff isn't anything crazy. Okay. We got the Divine Child, baby. Divine Child, innocence, purity, and redemption. So just a special connection with the divine. And look at how fun and expansive he is. So excited. But then the shadow is an inability to defend oneself against negative forces. So my question to that is what energy can we call upon to keep ourselves safe from forces that may wish to pull us down, so that we may still remain living in the Divine Child archetype, because it's so fun and it's so playful and it's so free. Like, look at how fun he is. Look at that expanse. Look at that confidence. Look at that rosy cheeks. Look at them rosy cheeks. So how can we nurture our hearts, jump off into oblivion, but also protect ourselves as the Divine Child? We're gonna Destroyer. So it says releasing what is potentially destructive, preparing for new life. Okay. So what I'm getting from this is allowing yourself to like explode like the volcano. So allow yourself to have a channeled release, channeled explosion, so that negative forces don't even find their way into your being, into your body. Like through journaling all of your feelings out, getting everything, screaming into a pillow, dancing and kicking the air, and just getting all of it out of you, but really getting it out of you in this like controlled sort of release, so that it's not in your body and not in your being, because then negative forces don't have any space to grow or to fester or to find ways in, because then you're just all love. If there's little portals through hurts or wounds or anything, then negative forces, or then just like forces that don't have your highest intention in mind, can find access to you. So the best way to defend yourself is to allow yourself to release it in a healthy way, in a controlled way. Like, obviously our releases can't be controlled, but they can be channeled. They can be brought down a path. Like, we can carve out the riverbed in order for the water to flow. You know, it's not going all over the whole field. We carve out the riverbed and we have this space in which it rests, and then the water moves through. So, yeah, sit down, write all of it out, and then burn it. Write "I forgive you" at the end, and then burn it. The smoke comes in. And then one more. I feel like that is helpful in order to defend ourselves. Solidarity. Okay. Strength within the collective. I feel like this is the collective that's here, and also the collective of all others who are truly like nurturing. It's like the same flower. It's a different color, but it's the same flower. Nurturing these flowers and these like this light within them. All of us are here together. And so as we destroy the fears that may bully us, the inner voices or the inner fears that may bully us, that is how we defend ourselves. And recognizing and knowing the solidarity that we have within one another and that we have together, and that we're not alone on this path, and we're all doing it side by side. You know, there's no right or wrong way to do it, but we're all tending to these seeds that we have planted, nurturing these seeds. And honestly, a lot of that comes through jumping off the cliff into oblivion, where we don't know entirely what's going on, but our hearts know. We have the keys within us to live as the divine child, to live totally open and expansive and free. So, yeah, confront the fears inside yourself, the bullying fears. Even if they're highlighted outside of you, if they're shown outside of you, confront them. After you release the destructive energies inside of you, then you can confront them. You can talk to them. And yeah, give them love. Or stand up for yourself. What else do we need to know about confronting bullying fears or external bullies? Judge and advocate and the prostitute. Okay, these are the three we got. So the first one that came out was the judge. Balancing justice and compassion, managing the fair distribution of power. Inspires you to put, and then the advocate inspires you to put compassion into action, and then the prostitute accentuates the challenge of surviving without negotiating the power of your spirit. So I feel like what we are doing here is we're balancing the scales. See, she's tending this plant the same way that this person is tending their plant. Yeah. It's putting compassion into action, confronting bullies, releasing destructive energies within us, confronting bullies, but through compassion, through nurturing these great plants and these great seeds, and using, if there are medicines that help you, plant spirits, work with them intentionally and with open hearts and clear minds, and yeah, but they're here to help you. And then the prostitute accentuates the challenge of surviving without negotiating the power of your spirit. So, how to still show up as you are in the places that you need to show up. To still defend yourself through your open heart, through compassion, without negotiating or putting down your truth. So still showing up and knowing that we do need to work and we do need to, we make money in our own ways, but how to do that without sacrificing yourself, even if you're in an experience or in a work setting or whatever it is in which you feel like you have been bullied or someone's tried to destroy you, where it's been harder to feel solidarity with others. And then we bring the compassion in. We balance the scales of justice and compassion. We put it into action through what we create. And then all that we do, all the work that we do, we're not negotiating our spirit. We're not sacrificing ourselves just to make the money that we need to survive. Because how we show up is authentic and is true, and we are defending ourselves. But the true version of us, we are defending the part of us that cannot be ever taken away. What else? Companion and detective and the gambler. All right, so loyalty, tenacity, and unselfishness in the companion. And then the detective says great powers of observation and intuition, desire to seek out truth. And then the gambler is a willingness to follow intuition when others doubt you, even when others doubt you. So I feel like this is asking to like follow your intuitions within your companionships, within your friendships. Follow your intuition. Seek out the truth. Feels like maybe there are some companionships and some friendships that may seem to have more under the surface than what you are initially seeing. And I guess the detective and the gambler are showing that you are able to see that, and you do know that, even if on the surface it may look like just a friendship, you can still sense and feel these other energies going on. But I don't think they're bad. I don't think they're harmful. I feel like it's just saying to follow your intuition with it, even if others don't know or don't believe you. And you can just hold that information that you've received close to your heart. And still hold all these people close to your heart, but yeah, sometimes things aren't always what they seem. It may appear to be just a friendship on the surface, but there may be deeper motives on one or both parties' parts. And you can, well, with the detective, it's just great powers of observation and intuition. So you don't need to necessarily seek it out. You can seek out the truth, but you can just receive it and just observe and watch as things unfold and as things play out. Yeah, okay, I got the Lover card. Like, it says great passion and devotion, unbridled appreciation of someone or something. That's what I was thinking. There may be a companion or a friendship out there that may seem like there's something more, like a love behind it. And I feel like you know this and you can sense this, and it's not something you have to like worry about. You still like, I don't know, friendship is still at the root of it, but there may be an ulterior desire from someone. Okay. Let's see. What else should we know? The gambler. Well, okay. I noticed like a constricting kind of energy in those messages. Like, oh, okay, there is like someone that does love you and seeks you out as a lover rather than just a friend. And why does that, I'm gonna put these back, why does that feel confining to know, to have our intuitions confirmed? Poet. Oh, okay. Expressing soul insight in symbolic language. See these two doves together. Feels like you may be casting well, I was gonna say casting love spells through the words that you create, but I don't think that's necessarily your intention, is to cast love spells. I think it might just be a product of what you do. And I know that your intentions are always for the highest good of all. And also, if you're not a poet, if you don't write or speak poems, I feel like there's something even just in the way that you speak, in the way that you show up, in the way that you communicate, even if it's just body language, that makes people just love you. Like, people just love you and they see you and yeah, they're really drawn towards you. And I know that that's not your conscious intention, is to get people to fall in love with you, but I feel like it kind of just happens through your voice. Even though what you're providing, I feel like, is for everyone, it still draws people in, and they recognize this and they see this and they feel something that not all friendships provide for them. And it's not anything you necessarily need to change. I think it's just something to be conscious of, so that you know when and where you are engaging with different energies. I really feel like people kind of just fall in love with you because you are really magnetic and you are really charming, but it's all from your heart. Like, as I speak this, I feel my heart light up. I feel like you just have so much beauty and so much depth and so much power that you just share with the world really naturally from your heart. You put this compassion into action. You are balancing justice and compassion. And I feel like others see that and they swoon. They swoon because of the magic that you share just so effortlessly through your being. It's not something like difficult for you. It just happens. Maybe it's in the way that you walk down the street, and it's not something that you can ever try to do. It's authentic. Yes, there's action needed, but you're not thinking about it as it happens. It literally just comes forth. Yeah. You're a walking love spell, and not one that, drags people to the depths, but you're one that makes people to remember and reignite the love within them, to falling in love with life itself. Yeah, it's just like the trees sway into you. As you walk down the street, they know you, they feel you, they love you. Yeah, I feel like you're a born lover. You're just a lover of all things, of all beings. It's like, it's easy to be in love. And so maybe that's why friendships sometimes go in one way. Well, yeah, they feel like friendships, but they also feel like it could, it could be more if you allow it. But I feel like you have strong boundaries and strong discernment in what you want to allow in. Because it's like, we can still know this and we can still feel this and we can still hear this, but do we actually want to allow that in? Because I feel like as we make commitments to ourselves and to our paths, it is easier to allow other things around to just to notice and to see the love that we share and we ignite in others. We are the channels, so it's just spirit moving through our bodies. It's it's us as the channels. But yeah, but then when we truly commit to something, to a person or an experience, or honestly, most importantly, to ourselves and to our own paths, then we can still know and we can still see all of this around and in our friendships and in our connections and in our dynamics and at work and in the world and wherever it is, but we're not distracted or pulled away from what we have committed to our truth, to our path forward, to our authentic expression, to our soul's purpose. And yeah, we can still know and we can still feel and we can still sense and we can still experience, like, yes, this is truth and I understand it and I see it and I know it. And honestly, I understand. Yeah, it's just an understanding. of like your intuition and of your heart's truth, but staying committed and aligned with what your heart truly wants. And yes, honestly, oftentimes that is to give out love to all these different sources, to all these different people. We aren't here to shut off that love, but there is something extra potent and extra powerful when we narrow the channel and we pour all of our love into the one that is right in front of us. And yes, we still share and we still link arms in solidarity with the loves that we have around, our friends, our community, our family, all of it. You know, it's this love that's like, yeah, it's just like this emanating orb of golden light that just like fills our being and helps us to stay connected everywhere we go. And this is with the trees, with the animals, with the food we make, everything, with the table, everything. There is this love, there is this smoke, but it's different when we tune in, we focus in on the one. What else should I say about the spirit? The one, okay, who is the one? The visionary. Okay, the one, I feel like the one is literally your highest path, your highest calling. Your capacity to envision what is not yet conceivable to others, your willingness to proclaim a vision without regard for personal gain. So that is just being like, I am the channel, you are the channel. We are the channels of spirit. It's not us, like our physical body. Yes, it is this energy that's coming through our physical bodies, but it's spirit, it's spirit, it's spirit. And that's why people love you, because they love spirit. And they haven't yet recognized that. And then we meet the people and we understand and we know and we see others that are just channels of spirit that recognize that. And so then it's like, oh, I love you and I am in love with you because I see your channel. I see spirit moving through you, and I see the uniqueness and the beauty of how your uniqueness is expressed as the channel that you are. And yes, we do have both. We do have both. We have our spirit, us as the channel of spirit, and us as the being that we are, the individual, the individuated expression. And I feel that what people sometimes why they may be like, oh my gosh, I'm so in love with this person, with you, with whoever, is because they see the spirit that is moving through you. They see spirit moving through you, and they think that that is this version of you. And yes, spirit moving through this version of you, which is like the physical, like my name is Annika. Yes, spirit does move through this version of me, but the power behind it is spirit. And so people fall in love thinking that it's this outer form, but the truth is that it is spirit expressed through the body, through the physical vessel. And so what we all love, what we're all searching for, what we've all found is just this love for spirit, for unconditional love, for power, for light, for, just this, it never stops. It's unconditional. Unconditional love, unconditional light, unconditional power. And power not in a hierarchical state, but power in a truly grounded, like, I see you, I know you, I love you, we are equals. We are here together. The one, visionary, that's you, my love. That is you. You are the visionary. You hold this vision because you know, because you see it. You are entirely magnetic and entirely attractive. And that's a gift. That is a gift. But that is spirit also moving through you, and your ability, and how much you've opened up to this. How much you've allowed yourself to open up to spirit to move through you. But it still is you. It's both and. It's a yes and situation. What else do we need to know? Also, Martyr. Okay, all of these cards have their shadow and their light aspects. But for the light aspect of the Martyr is to learning the transcendent nature of service to oneself or a cause. And I feel like this is just to like being the divine child that you are. To balancing compassion and justice for others. You know, rewriting the scales, rebalancing the scales, holding the vision of what you know is possible. That is such a powerful thing, to hold the vision when all things outside may seem to crumble around and may seem to feel like there's nothing. But to hold this vision because you know, because look, it has been created, though it's not yet in a physical form. It has been created and it's being born through you. It's being moved through you. Yeah, it's being created through your being. So, what else? I feel like you have a great capacity for love. An absolutely insane capacity for love. And this is why people are drawn to you. And this is also why you are drawn towards people. And I feel like you know that you also have the capacity to fall in love with a lot of people. Because we see spirit in all these different beings. And we know how possible it is just to simply fall in love. But what do we do about this, Spirit? What's the purpose of, we could fall in love with anybody, but why? But then it goes back to the one, narrowing the channel. And like, yes, there's all of these other routes we could go, but as we narrow the channel, we're able to truly pour all the energy into one source, our path, a committed path, which is our truth, our heartfelt truth. And then we can still feel the strength within the collective, but like, because when we pour into that one source, our source, all is just it's like it amplifies. It it totally just amplifies. And when we find that other that is also pouring fully directly in towards us, we like create this upward channel, this upward current. But we need not go seek it out. We allow it to unfold. We allow it to come forth. We follow the aligned action in each moment, but we need not create it necessarily. We're not here to manipulate anything. We're here to receive and to allow and to follow and to take the aligned action when it is necessary. All right. Guide represents the nature of the divine in life and in yourself. I feel like this is everything that we've been talking about. This is you listening, holding the owl, holding the lantern, lighting the way for the goddess, the feminine expressed through wisdom, nature, life force, and sensuality. We're in the time of the divine feminine awakening. It's like bridging the gap between people, between different sides of ourselves. We were just talking about the bully at the beginning. It's like holding both hands and being the one in between to bridge gaps between each other, between versions of ourselves so that we can all do this together, because we're not separate and we need each other. We truly do. And we can't cut off parts of ourselves. We have to have respect for both sides. We can't cut off anything from us. It's not going to work. We need to listen and see all parts of us. So that goes back to the beginning. How we defend ourselves from negative forces is becoming the channel to allow destructive energies to be released from us. Confront your addictive behaviors. Even if those are just thought forms of superiority or inferiority, or we're here to pave the way for the divine feminine to be born through us, to be expressed. And the divine feminine is the power of receptivity, of not needing to push yourself beyond. It's literally just opening and receiving and attracting. This is our purpose. We're here birthing this new age. We are the visionaries holding this light for the goddess to be brought back into expression. And to do that, we do need to talk to and see and mediate between all different parts of us and all different expressions. But seeing the truth and then letting it go. Seeing truth, understanding it, feeling truth, being truth. I see the mentor card. Staying close to our guides, those who know us, our angels. They wrap us up in their wings. They know us, they hold us, and we don't need to struggle or fight with them. They are here teaching us, and they are here guiding us gently, and they're always around, they're always accessible. They want to help us create harmony. We are the conduits for this to happen. We are the vessels for this to happen. For heaven on earth to be born for all of us. This is beyond just you and me. This is for all of humanity, for Gaia, for everyone. And our guides are here with us. We can just lean into them and allow them to guide us. And we can trust. Okay, that was kind of a roundabout thing, but I hope that you received what you needed to receive from it. You can ask your angels for anything. To stay in your own lane, to not allow others into your energy field, to increase your energetic protection shield. You can ask for anything you need. Thank you, guys. Thank you, angels, for giving me clarity and truth. Thank you. I live my truth, I speak my truth, and I be my truth with love and forgiveness in my heart. Thank you, guides. Thank you, angels, for helping me to stay in my power. You are magnetic. And all that you need to do is be you and trust. One more card, and then we're done. Oh no! Guess it's not an oh no, but Vampire. It says makes you aware that someone or something is draining your life force. And then the Father came out with it too. Talent for creating and supporting life. Positive guiding light within a tribal unit. I don't know. Maybe there's some father wound that is kind of pulling you down. And maybe that's what you need to release in your journal sesh, or you're screaming into a pillow sesh, or you're dancing and kicking at the air sesh. But there's healthy ways to release that destructive energy within you. And you can find where and when something is draining your life force. And that's how you defend yourself against negative forces, so you can live as the divine child that you are always. Okay, keep trusting. Allow the divine feminine to be born through you. And know that all wounds can be healed. And they are being healed. And you got it, my visionary friend. You got it. You got it. I freaking love you. Keep being you. Focus. Commit to yourself. Devote to yourself. Devote to spirit. And trust that you're being held. You're being guided. And you are loved beyond anything you have ever known. And yeah, I love you. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.